a very, 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 and add another very poor Galatasaray team. Yeah? A team full of just misfits. Yeah. There's not much quality in that Galatasaray team. Yeah? And he was like this, back and forth, back and forth. Back. Yes, United scored their 2 chances and they were 2-0 up. But at no point in that whole game did United have full control of that game. Got on the ball, passed it around. Yep, we're running this game. It was this. But nah, it's all Onana. That's not an issue. We put up a good performance. And I was like, you see, you might have been starving for too long. You don't even know what a good performance looks like. Yeah. And now we move. Yeah, we moved to Newcastle. This is the reason why I started now. We moved to Newcastle. So if that was a good performance, but Onana was the problem, yeah. What was this game then? Because I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I didn't watch the full thing, yeah, but then I watched the highlights, yeah. And I was thinking, raw. So are these highlights biased or what?
No.
If you watch the highlights here on Match of the Day, yeah, you're like, where's the United chances? you're just seeing like United, Newcastle chance, Newcastle. I'm like, bruv, what did this man do this whole game? Because I've watched games and then watched it on Match of the Day, and I'm like, nah, these highlights you missed. I swear they had this chance and you kind of missed this game. I was like, bro, they can't be this biased, bro. Because I'm watching 5 minutes and I'm still yet to see a United chance. What is really good?
23 shots.
It looked like it should have been a 6-0 game, 5-0 game.
They had 22 shots, 4 on target. We had 8 shots, 1 on target. But let me add the stat that really resonated with this performance, right? And the Sky man, you said it once, and I said, okay, I get your point, bruv. We don't need to say this anymore, right? So at some point in the first half, he said 2 players of Man United touched the ball in Newcastle's penalty box. 9 Newcastle players has touched the ball in Man United's penalty box. Right? That was the first half. And then in the second half, he goes, you know that stat I was saying earlier? It's still 2 Man United players that have touched the ball in Newcastle. But he said pretty much every outfield player has touched the ball now in Man United's box. Yeah. Every outfield player, 2 centre-backs, full-backs, every outfield player of Newcastle touched the ball in Man United's penalty area.
Yo.
That Fabio Schär, like he was coming for you lot's next as well, boy. He went rampant. He's like, yo, I'm going to score today. I think he's just like, yo, quick food.
Hey, sure. Do you remember on this pod, yeah? When we normally digress and that, yeah?
Yeah.
And the certain man on here had the cheek to come out and say, Vinicius, yeah, that's barbecue chicken for Wan-Bissaka. I saw Wan-Bissaka twerking with Anthony Gordon and them, man.
Easy. I can explain that very easily. It was not 1-on-1. The whole game, it was 2 versus 1. Every single attack that Newcastle had on the left was 2 against 1.
And what do you think is going to be 1-on-1 with Vinny?
Yeah.
What do you think Bellingham is going to be?
Bellingham has to be marked by a midfielder.
Nah, bruv.
But I'm saying it was literally
we
Gordon
overload that left side, bruv. That's what we do.
It was Gordon and the left back in fact, what is it my turn?
It will be barbecue chicken, but it's not your turn yet because I think it's
my turn.
Yeah. So then you got Mr. 1010.
Yeah.
Ten Hag, yeah. Oh, I want Frankie de Jong. Oh, I want this man because I've got this style of play, this mythical style of play that he supposedly plays. Yeah. Oh, I want this player. You know, just to digress here, I've been watching Kudus, and if you see the way Kudus played against my boys, Crystal Palace, yeah, I'm like, raw. This guy managed this man and still decided, nah, I'm taking Anthony still. Crazy.
Let me even add something on Kudus as well. Kudus said, wherever Ten Hag goes, I'm going to follow. And Ten Hag still went for Anthony, but continue, sorry.
Nasty work, yeah. And then the other stat, and it's funny because you look at it and you think, okay, last season it was, what was that little triangle in it? Every team needs that little triangle, yeah. You had Martinez, Varane, Casemiro. Yeah. That was largely the main thing. last season, yeah, when things
Yeah.
were going okay last season. Then he decides, nah, I'm good. Let me bring back the failures that have sacked, what, 3 other managers there? Or 2 other managers at least?
True.
Yeah, 2 other managers there, yeah. Maguire, Lindelof, McTom, obviously Fred shipped out, IC3 tax,
Yeah.
where it is. Because he looks very useful right now, Fred. But anyway, let me know if you start that agenda. But yeah. And you've got, so he's playing, his bench is full of the players that he signs. Martial is back in the team now.
Did you see he
And
was
this is
shouting at
nothing-
him on the halfway line?
And this is not even a thing against Martial or whatever, yeah. But I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, but you signed this Hoyland guy. So why is Martial now playing? Also, when you first came at this club, you seem to like Martial. That died. I mean, that's Martial's fitness, largely to do with that, yeah. But you seem to have moved away from Martial towards the end of last season, and then obviously buying this guy. But now you've gone back to him. I'm like, your man management, yeah, is horrific. Fell out with Ronaldo. Most people allowed it and said, Ronaldo, he's got a big ego, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. He done the interview with Piers. Yeah, we all most people anyway, put it on Ronaldo, yeah. Now you've fallen out with Sancho. Again, man are like, nah, Sancho, he's lazy, or whatever. There's talks of him at Dortmund and whatever, he's late to training, all this kind of stuff. Sancho's fault. Varane. Yo, even the neutral have to look at that and say, is Varane really a trouble causer? Is he really someone that,
So what
you know what I mean, that you're gonna beef with?
He's saying it's looking
Apparently,
funny in the light.
And then if you're falling out with Varane, by proxy, it means that Casemiro ain't happy with you, in my opinion.
No, he fell out with Casemiro too.
So you're falling out, okay. So you're falling out with Casemiro now, right? You're beefing the striker that you started, right? You came out after Arsenal and said, oh yeah, Sancho is not training up to standard. Yeah, that was the excuse. Yeah, Sancho has not been training up to standard. This is why he's not in the squad. Yeah, Rashford ain't been playing up to standard all season, and you said, but he's playing. He's gonna play every game until he goes right. So Rashford can stink out the joint the whole time. He's blessed, but Sancho, you want to now have standards. Again, squad management. What's the squad? Are you telling me players ain't noticing this? Like, how can my man just carry on playing?
Boy, well, they are. That's why he's falling out with them. We know football clubs. We know players will talk with each other, and players will talk at the manager as well at some point, but all behind closed doors, right? Where do I even start? I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start, and it's gonna sound mad because I'm gonna then go back and actually, go at the manager afterwards. But well and truly, United can't sack this manager. They can't sack him to the end of the season at least. Maybe even can't sack. They can't even sack him. Maybe they have to give him another year as well. And my simple fact is, right? He's not helping himself, and I'm gonna talk about that afterwards. My simple fact is, we can't sack another manager over these players out here.
Let me add to your point of not being able to sack another manager. Yeah? Isn't one of your guys leaving in December? Is it Richard, whatever his name is?
Richard Ardond, yeah.
Someone's leaving in December, isn't it?
Yeah. The guy that's running the football thing.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
if the man that's running the football is leaving in December, how can he sack him and then sign who? Under what guidance of what the next man wants? So I don't even think you're in a position to make any kind of changes anyway.
Well, the problem is
limbo,
that bearing in mind who United are, yeah, and bearing in mind in a couple of weeks' time we're going to a very volatile stadium against one of our rivals who have sacked a manager before, right? No, I don't think you sacked two. You definitely sacked one. Shut up. Anyway, right? I don't even want to play that game, or you think you're sacking this manager. To do what with these players? Because if 3 managers can't deal with them, or 2 managers really can't deal with them. A third one, second and third one ain't gonna help. A fourth one ain't gonna come with a magic stick and fix them. So for me, my eyes is firmly fixed on certain players that have been here through 3 management systems that the club have been unable to sell. Right.
And the thing is, you're absolutely right. But the problem is, your manager has brought all these new guys in.
Thank you.
This is where,
And he's gone back to those guys that have sacked managers. What is wrong with you?
This is where I go. I'm gonna sound like I'm a double-edged sword, and I'm gonna sound confusing right now because now I'm gonna go at the manager for picking these idiots in the first place.
Blunt sword.
Yeah, fool.
The thing is, right now, like, I mean, come on, man. We have to go to the nitty-gritty. Like Rashford, come on, bro.
No, this Rashford thing is a joke thing now. It's a joke thing now, right?
Bro.
Because I've seen you, right? So there's loads of conflicting information. You said, oh, I've taken off Casemiro and I don't want to see him because I actually want to see a bit of football. Yet you're playing Scott McTominay. Excuse you? I can guarantee you Casemiro can play football better than Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay was hiding this game. Hiding.
We've seen this all the time.
And again, it's nothing new. We saw this on
Scott McTominay.
We saw this on Ole. So why are you surprised that he's hiding in the midfield?
This is why